guys, welcome to MoonChild Serendipity Tarot. So today's reading is something different, something that I've been talking about doing for a while, but I felt like I didn't have enough knowledge or understanding of the subject. So it's like a reading about like starseeds and extraterrestrial beings, like spiritual beings. So I had a bit of time, so I did a little bit of research, and then eventually I had my own understanding and interpretation of like spiritual entities and different types of like definitions and how do you say it, like names that we given to those entities. And there's a lot of different, like I felt like I was in a maze of reading through all of this, like different type of starseeds, different races of starseeds, indigo children, rainbow children, and things like that. But overall, like my understanding is that there are constant energy exchange between the earth and the universe, and among some of the exchanges there will be extraterrestrial energies or beings, however we want to call them, that would come onto earth and materialize as human beings. So theoretically, some of us or many of us could have like alien origin in our soul, like maybe not 100%, but like a few percent or a few parts of us, because I believe that we are the complex combinations of different types of energies. So some of us could have a lot, like a bigger part of a celestial energies, and so that those people can identify themselves with a lot of traits presented by starseeds or things like that. And some other people have more of an earthy energy, so their soul origins have the bigger percentage that came from the earth itself. It's a very complex, and I don't know if I'm explaining it well enough, but so today's reading, like a lot of people have different beliefs and different understandings, so I would not go too deep into it. So today's reading is just the initial readings of me or on BTS members and their soul origins. I left it pretty open with the cards. We have only have like 3 or 4 cards for each member today, and with this card particularly I will read it from the book that I got with the Starseed Oracle deck, which is pretty interesting. So we'll do that, and well, I left it open, so it's pretty much I was just asking for information of soul origins of BTS members. Of course, this is a reading done with our consent, and so we will not get a lot of information, but basically just the ground of the surface of what we can look at to see if their souls have part celestial entities, beings mixed in them, or like maybe we can see what they are here for, their soul missions on Earth and things like that. But again, this is like a very vague and metaphysic kind of topic, so just take whatever you feel resonate with, and I don't even know what I'm doing, like I don't even know what we're getting, but okay, let's start. So we have Jimin here. So we will see like his soul origins and what can we know, what is he here for, what is he here to do, and things like that. So we have Five of Pentacles. I think that with this lifetime, what his soul wants to do is to heal from the suffer in the past. So like I think with his previous lives, it could be here on Earth or it could be somewhere in the universe. His soul, or the energy that made up his soul in this lifetime has suffered a lot in the previous experience. So this lifetime is for him to heal from that. Yeah, that could explain his very unique point of view on life, where he just doesn't think too much about certain things, and he just go with the flow, and like he just enjoy the moment, because his soul has suffered enough in the past, so it is now time for him to heal from that. Well, see, we have Unbound, releasing soul patterns, contracts, and past lives. So yeah, in this incarnation, in this lifetime, Jin is just to enjoy life and just to heal from. He has suffered enough. He has gone through enough struggles in the past. So now it's time for him to just how you say, just flow. And just enjoy this life on Earth. Maybe this is the last. This probably it's just popped out in my head. So if you don't resonate with this kind of belief, just let it go. But maybe this lifetime is the last time of his celestial being on Earth. Like his mission to experience this planet is done, and then after this lifetime he will be off to another planet or come back to wherever it is that they come from. And it's not, well, as I believe, it's not like 100% of Jin's soul is the celestial being. I don't believe that any one of us is 100% like aliens. But parts of us, or like the bigger parts, but the parts that belong to the outer world, maybe after this lifetime it will ascend to another planet. But yeah. Right, and then with this card we have the Golden Children, inner child, tenderness, innocent, rare gifts. Let's read from the book. The Golden Child words. So it says, Golden children are highly advanced, extremely intelligent souls who are incarnating increasingly on planet Earth. They have little or no personal karma and possess incredible gifts and intuitive abilities. Golden children are born with a very clear mission. Many remember it from a young age and begin answering and sharing it early in life. Due to their unique intelligence, they may find themselves easily bored at school. This is so Jin. Most have never incarnated on Earth before, and so if they are not supported in the right ways, they struggle with physical life here. They often refer to as the new humans. If you pull this card, it may be a sign that you are being called to mother, father, or nurture a child. Maybe this part doesn't really resonate with Jin. But let's see. You may be called to tender your own inner child, a creative ideal project, or new beginning. To treat yourself or the new beginning with sweet, tender love, to nurture and nourish it, to give it every chance to grow and reach adulthood, to encourage it, to water it, to see the world through the innocence of a child, to see yourself and all others as innocent children, to remember that deep down everyone is trying their best, and if they are treated with a tender heart, they will not harden as they journey through this great adventure called life. So yeah, I think some of these messages does resonate with Jin. So it makes sense that it's like a part of his soul is made up of the energy of golden children. Yeah, so it's like he's here to heal from the past experience, and he's here to admit. I feel like he broke free from all the past that he's experienced, and maybe like the energy of the golden child helped with the energies that comes with the other parts of him, you know, because it's like a mixture or combinations of different energies. So like they, how do you say it, they neutralize each other. So now Jin can enjoy this lifetime with an innocent mindset, and I think he does that. He doesn't think too much about things, and he just. But at the same time, he's very intuitive and he's very caring towards other people. So yeah, I think that makes sense. Yeah, well, this reading will be just very shallow, so I will go quickly. This next one is for Namjoon. We have the Fool. So I feel like his soul is kind of like a young soul, or the like extraterrestrial part of his soul. It's very new on Earth. Maybe it's the first time that part incarnated into this planet. This is very like everything is new to them, and they are open to explore a lot of potential. Star mother, how can you mother yourself? I think this makes sense with the Four, because like this part of his soul is new on Earth, and they just keep learning. But they maintain the certain connections with the Star Mother, like the origins that part comes from. Like, I'm not saying all of his soul, but like the part of his soul that comes from another how is it, constellation. Like they have a tide and a way of communicating. So there will be a lot of lessons, and there will be a lot of messages that Namjoon would receive and experience advanced, like a lot more advanced compared to other people around him. Like he has the ability to download messages that like ahead of his time, or like ahead of the time of people around him. Like he will always be one step ahead of a lot of people, if that makes sense. Oh, and then we have see, that makes sense. A new Earth, like, is happening. Keep holding the visions. So the Earth is new. This entity is basically looking at Earth before they incarnated into Earth. I think that is this part of Namjoon's soul before they came to Earth, and they came here dreaming of making a change. And I think that's exactly what Namjoon's doing, right? Let's read this. It's the first card in this deck. It makes sense with the Fool as well. It says, wait, let me see if there is anything. It's like this is the reminder to have faith. And like keep on working. The world needs more dreamers like this person, more people with hope in their hearts. It's like yeah, it's like he's here to bring in changes. and to show the people on earth, the earthling, a new way of life. And I think he has been answering this call pretty well. So yeah, let's move on to Yoongi. This is for Yoongi. Have Son of Pentacles. So with this, I feel like a majority parts of his soul incarnated into this lifetime to become like to see life in a more what is the word, what is the word, so sophistical, what is that? Philosophy. Basically, like, he will understand life. He come here to like contemplate on lives and like experience things that will turn him into a philosophy. Yeah, his soul is not that old, but not that young either. They have enough experience, but they are still on the journey of experiencing life on Earth. That's why they have to learn and like to come up with their own philosophy and to just to like go through life and collecting the wisdom through the way. And then we have Council of Light, Divine Orchestration happens in subtle realms. So with this, I do have the feeling that they have Yoongi's soul has a part that comes from another constellation, like comes from the outer space, like part of his soul, but it's not the most significant part. They still have a lot of connections with the subtle realm and the spiritual realm, and he gets helps when he needs to or when he prays for it. But the bigger mission in life for him is to experience life on Earth, so that is more potent. And the next one, with the Hathors, is that how we say it? Deep love, mother's milk, birth as a portal. Let's see what the book has to say about this. The Hathors are here to remind you that you are a child of the Cosmic Mother and you're being called to be held by her deep, never-ending love and embrace. This is a tender, nourishing card reminding you to receive the deep, deep love of the Mother's embrace. The Hathors now know that the journey on Earth can be rocky and lonely at times, but you are being reminded to rest more deeply in Mother's arms. This is a card of extreme potency, of femininity, of creation and birth. You are being called to mother yourself and others too, to surrender to your sacred femininity, to create and surrender to your own creations, to hold and be held. You are being called to remember your place in the web of life and to realize that the Cosmic Mother is watching you every step of the way. You may be going through a transition right now, moving from one way of being to another. If so, you are being reminded that you are cradled in a sacred container, that you are more held than you can possibly imagine, and you have access to more love than your heart can bear. If you are struggling in any way, you are being reassured that things will work out. Open yourself to receive the overflowing love of the Cosmic Mother flooding toward you from every direction. Let it stretch your heart. So yeah, it goes well with like being here to experience life on Earth. It doesn't matter how difficult it is, and he always has help from the subtle realms when he prays for it and when he needs it. I think that makes sense with Yoongi when we look at all the struggle that he has gone through. So let's look at also his soul origin. See, we have this card. So when I saw this card, I see like possibly a big part of Hosok's soul is a rainbow child. He's here to bring hope to people. He has also gone through a lot of struggling in previous incarnations, previous experience, but he's shone through that, and now he's here to share the light and the love and the hope for the people. We also have the Great Gathering. It's all coming together, intuitive hit soul tribe. He's here to bridge the gap between people, between understandings, between love. It's like, look at this rainbow, it's like connecting people, bringing people together. It's also this is like he's connecting people together with really deep love and understanding and empathy and just a lot of affection. Oh, and then we have Well and Orca Elders. Share your song, frequency of sound, and diving deep. This is really like Hoso's soul mission in this lifetime is just to connect people, to like sing his songs and call out to people and bring people together through a deep spiritual connections that requires a lot of effort to tune into. It's like not everyone can tune into this frequency, and also like the well, and the well is also a symbol of protector as well. So he's like even though he doesn't do it intentionally, but his energy can give protections to the people that he really connects with. Let's see what the book says about this. The Well and Orca Elders are benevolent cosmic beings here to anchor a frequency of love onto the planet. See, to harmonize it with their song. As they weave around the oceans, they do so much more than any of us know. Their physical presence affects Earth's magnetic field, and their harmonics call to... I can't speak today. Call us to wake up and remember our own soul's song. Looking into the eye of a well is something you will never forget. Wells see into your very being, and in an instant you are changed forever. They see beyond the physique, the woundings, the identity, the personality, the story. They see right into your soul. If you pull this card, you're being called to surrender. My other camera just died, so I don't even know if I did it turn off. But I guess that was the end of the cards that I had for Hosok. So now we will look at Jimin's cards. So with this we have Daughter of Wands and Four of Wands. So the Four of Wands is always an indicator of celebrations, stability, and something concrete. And this Daughter of Wands gives me the feelings of like the overflowing of infinite energy. So with these two cards, I feel like Jimin has a lot of potent spiritual energy within him. He probably has really, really significant parts of him that has extraterrestrial spiritual energies, and he is here on Earth, like in this incarnation, to bring about really, really concrete changes, like changes that would set the foundations for light to come in, for lights to come into a lot of people's life, if that makes sense. Or like for, I don't know, it's just like something about creating a portal for other people to see things differently or to receive more blessing. So that's what Jimin is here to do. Let's look at these cards to see. Oh, answer the call. What is your soul calling you to do? It is this that his soul is calling him to do. So that's why I say there's a big parts of him. A big part of his soul is made up of Starseeds energy, or energies that comes from the outer space, like from other constellations and from other planets, because that's what we're talking about, right? And it's very what else? Star ancestors, hidden secrets, lost wisdom. Look a little deeper. This is like again a confirmation that Jimin is a really, really powerful starseed. Like his soul, a big part of his soul came from a different star, and they're here to make really, really concrete changes on Earth and to share the wisdom of their planets with people here that they can connect with. I always picked up that Jimin is a starseed with really, really powerful energy, and this is just like a confirmation of it. Let's see what the book has to say about this card. Star Ancestor. The ancients knew much more than we do about our connection with the stars. Their pyramids, temples, and other places of worship, created in precise alignment with the stars, exist in all corners of the world. What if this ancient wisdom is available for you to uncover now? You are being called to think and listen with your ancient heart and soul, to tap into the part of you that remembers and knows. All ancient secrets are whispered forever in your ears. All mystics knowing blooms in your heart. All potent power pumps through your veins. You are being invited to step into your ancient knowingness, to be held by the rememberings of the star ancestors. So look a little deeper. If you are feeling stuck, you are being called to do something different, to change your point of view. Creativity happens when we put together two things that don't belong. When we do the unexpected, so often a creative solution is right in front of us, but because we think the same thoughts and act the same way, we miss what is in the open. I think this is saying that Jimin is here, like his part of his soul, a big part of his soul mission is here to uncover and to share the things that most people cannot see or cannot receive. Like it is what it is. Like he is the portal to channel a lot of positive energy and a lot of knowledge and a lot of changes into people. And I think, well, yeah, that's great. So let's look at Taeyeon's card. Okay, 7 of Cups. So this also gives me the vibe of like extraterrestrial being. He's very different, and his race, like the type of alien beings that his soul is made up of is very rare on Earth as well. Like, look at this, it's really rare, and like maybe his other, like the others soul energies from the same planet choose to incarnate in a different planet, but he chose not him, but like this part of him chose to incarnate on Earth, possibly alone. So it's really difficult to understand him. Like, not many people can understand him, and he might struggle with being understood, and with integrating himself into the life on Earth around him. Like, as I said, this is not 100% his soul, so there are still parts of him that is more experienced on Earth, but these big parts of him that came from another not dimension, but like from outside outer space, would struggle because of how different they are and because of the different path that they chose. And then we have the ever unfolding rose cracked open is happening for you, not to you. This also gives me the feelings of like they chose a different path to incarnate on Earth, and then there's a lot of struggles, but it comes with excitement. Like they are excited to experience all this, and they always have a curious mind. And I think that makes sense with Taeyong, because he's always like, his heart is open wide. And he's not afraid to learn new things, and he's not afraid to show himself as he is. And then we have deep cellular healing, Arcturus energy, physic, and emotional healings. He's here to heal people and heal himself as well. But because as I said, the big parts of his soul is made up of like extraterrestrial beings, so the bigger mission is to heal people. And that makes sense, because that's what Taeyong has been talking about all this time, right? And we can see if there is anything in the book for this. Your body knows how to heal. Healing is your natural state. Physical and emotional disharmony can be a reflection of how the world, inner and outer, has been out of alignment. If you are suffering from a mystery or chronic illness, don't allow yourself to think you've done something wrong. Today is difficult to navigate our health. If this card has made its way to you, you are being called to focus on healing in practical ways. Yes, I think the Arcturians are a galactic group of beings who have mastered deep cellular and emotional healing. They want you to know that it is possible to feel vibrant in your body and well in your skin, to have yourselves return to effervescence and vitality, to find calmness and contentedness, to have a soothed nervous system and a tranquil heart. I think it is exactly what. See, this is what we're talking about. The Arcturus energy is. They're not that common on Earth, and I think that is possibly the place that a part of Taeyong's soul came from, and they come here to heal. They came here to heal people that they can connect with. So lastly, let's look at Jungkook's cards. The thing with Jungkook is, like, I feel like he has, among all the other 7 powers, he has the most earthy energy. So his soul would be made up of majority of energies or souls that came from the earth, or they have always been on earth. We have the Father of Cups. Is it the only king that we have? See, because when I was shuffling this, I kind of feel like the Prince of Earth. Like a great part of Jungkook's soul has been on Earth for like many lifetimes, and they have been just they are part of like the ancient protectors of Earth, is what I'm hearing. They have like a deep connection with this planet. So yeah, they are here to teach people how to love and how to treasure the earth. So I think maybe later in life, Jungkook will have a lot of interest in natural and like environmental issues and how to protect protect our earth, maybe not now, but like later in life, around like 35, 40, because that's part of his blueprint, his soul's blueprint. Take a break, a life's work, not a session. Get out the treadmill. I think this also is talking about like, even though the big parts of Jungkook's soul has been here on earth for like so many times, and if they've done a lot, they never stop working, they never stop challenging themselves, they never stop wearing themselves off, trying to do different things, because even though they're here so many times and done a lot of things, it's never felt enough for them. I think that explains how Jungkook always wants to do a lot of things, and it also explains how he is good at a lot of things, because our soul can remember the thing that we done in previous experience, and it doesn't we doesn't have to take a lot of practice to rediscover those ability. So maybe he's good at a lot of things because he has done it like as a pro in previous lives. But that doesn't stop him from learning. Like, he would never be pleased with himself, or the soul would never be pleased with what they can do. It would just keep learning and keep pushing the limit. But this is just a message for them to like maybe take a breath for a while. I know there's so many things to experience on Earth, and it's limitless, but there's only so much you can do, and just sometimes yourself deserve a break. And then last one we have You've Got the Love. Hadarian energy, codependency, and boundaries. Let's see what the book has to say about this. But this also, it gives me the vibes of like many lifetimes and many experiences melted into one being, which is Jungkook of this lifetime. But yeah, as I said again, like sometimes you could see flashes, or sometimes you could feel like he has experienced this before, like these things that he can recall in his memories or in his mind that he cannot explain. I think this is the last card of this. You've Got the Love. Where is it? Yeah. The Hadarians are believed to be beacons of pure, divine, unconditional love who see love in all people and situations. As a result, they can find it hard to have boundaries, independent, healthy relationship, because they only see the unconditional nature of those they meet. The lovers of the cosmos, they dive in fast. They are here to learn how to love while in a separate body, to learn how to love self first, and then establish a healthy relationship with others, to remember that the love they seek is already within them, and they truly do have the love all on their own. The message of this card is to reveal the ways you may need to establish healthier boundaries. Perhaps you are in a codependent relationship in which you may be losing your sense of self. It is common for Starseeds to dive deep into relationships, particularly with those who feel safe and familiar at the soul level. I think I also get this feeling from Jungkook, like all this time. He gives people a lot of love, and he feels like it is his responsibility to give this much love, because he's always grateful for what he received. But at the same time, while I was doing all these readings, Jungkook is the one who is most open to receive and to connect to. But that is how he can get affected by negative energies. People could be directing negative energies to him, and he doesn't know how to set up boundaries for people. With that, his energy also attracts a lot of energy vampires, like people who just want to use him, and people who just want to benefit off of him. That's what I feel all the time, not just with this reading, but like all the time with Jungkook's energy. Of course, he has a long way to learn how to protect his energy, but I don't think he pays a lot of attention to that. He's too busy learning new things and like trying to experience life to the fullest. But I think maybe in this lifetime he will get to learn how to set boundaries and to protect his energy from other people. Like, you can always set a threshold of how much you receive from people and how much you let them take from you. I think that's what Jungkook's soul needs to learn. But yeah, I think that's all that I have for these readings. I know it might not cup of tea for everyone, because there's a lot of things that can be like woo-woo. But yeah, I just wanted to share this as part of my learning as well. And this is of course just an initial readings. I might do a deeper readings one day when I feel comfortable enough with what I know. But until then, thank you so much for bearing with me through this, and I hope you enjoyed this reading, and I'll come back with another one soon. Thank you and bye.